Hi, this is Laura, and here is a virtual field trip of wheat berries and the history behind our flour. So this is wheat berries. This is before they're milled into flour. When they harvest the wheat, this is what they get off the stalks, and this is what I purchased. This is hard white for those of you who mill your own wheat. I know I'm not alone. And so basically I put this into the hopper and it mills it for me. Now every day I use an electric mill. And my electric mill is great. I just put it right into the hopper. I put this on and the flour just shoots out the bottom. I'm going to put it on for you so you can see how loud this is. I'm going to turn this around. Ready? All right. So the airplane has come in for a landing, and that's what we always say. And so, but today we're going to talk about colonial days and how they milled by hand. And so, a little bit of history. Many years ago, millers would mill the wheat, and women would come in every other day to pick up enough flour to make some bread for a couple of days. Fresh bread only lasts a couple of days, and then it starts to get stale, and there's recipes for stale bread too, because we didn't want to waste anything. But the problem is when they milled the flour, they milled it as the women needed it. It was work. Milling by hand is pretty arduous work, as you're going to be about to see. And you had to turn a lot to get a little bit of flour. They could not mill beforehand because the flour could not be stored because it would begin to go rancid as soon as it was milled. They could store the wheat berries, but they couldn't store freshly ground flour. So they found a way to sift out the wheat germ and the bran, which is the white flour that we're eating today. But the problem is, when they sifted out the wheat germ and the bran, they also took out all the vitamins and minerals that we needed. And they had found a secondary market, which was cattle feed. So the cattle were getting all the vitamins and minerals, and they were able to double their profit. But in the meantime, people started getting sick, which is why our wheat that we buy in the store today is fortified with, I believe, A and D, I'm not sure. I might be mixing that up with milk. But it is fortified. You'll notice when you buy white flour, it says fortified. Whole wheat flour, when you buy whole wheat flour in the store, it is they've added some of the wheat germ and the bran back, but again, not all of it. So we choose to continue to mill our own wheat, but the millers at that point were able to store large amounts of white flour for months and months without having to worry about it going bad. So before that, here's what we did. We fill up our hopper. This is called the hopper, and it holds our wheat berries. And we're going to grind it. This is like a burr stone, and the wheat goes in between. It gets fed in there somehow. I'm not sure. I think through the hole, through the shaft. The pieces go in there, and as I'm turning it, you'll see the flour come out. We already practiced a little. It's very difficult. This is bolted onto my table using, oh gosh, let me see if I can get this, with these. Many years ago, the pioneers and the colonial people would actually drill this in. This would be mounted on permanently. If I use this on a regular basis, then I too would mount it on. All right, as you can see, I'm trying to get the wheat into the burr stone, and I'm going to try to prop up my camera a little bit so you can get an idea as to how long it takes to actually get this stuff out. So I'm going to mill it, and you can see it dropping slowly in there, and it's hard work. This is good work for my arms. This is a good workout. You see it? Trust me, you do not want to be doing this. This is not easy work. I'm going to move it the other direction, and we see the flour starting to come out, which is great. And now we're going to add some more into the hopper. It's going to pull some more in. And as you can see, all that time, and I've milled maybe a tablespoon of flour, not a lot. So they would have to mill a long time in order to get the amount of wheat. Now, when I make a loaf of bread, I make a 2-pound loaf, so I usually use about 4.5 cups of flour in my bread machine. 4.5 cups. This is maybe a tablespoon. So think about how long I would be milling by hand. Well, I'm really grateful for electricity. That's all I can say. Have a great day.